Hey everybody, Gonzo here. Just wanted to make a quick video for all y'all. We're about a week or so away from the release of Chapter 54 of Attack on Titan, and I'm already getting pretty antsy. So to pass the time and get the plot fresh in our minds again, I thought I'd whip together a little something something. Now before I start, this should come with a big spoiler alert. If you're an anime-only fan and don't read the manga, then just stop yourself right now. I want to start first by giving a better introduction to myself. But rather than just spewing out not-so-fun facts, I thought I'd keep it related to the Attack on Titan realm. In the description below, I've left a small questionnaire that I'll be answering from, and I encourage all of you to take a minute or so to answer it in the comment section or make a video response, whatever. Have fun with it. I'd love to hear back from all y'all. If you want to skip that and get to the refresher course and or the Thought-Provoker, which probably isn't that too thought-provoking, I've also listed the time indexes in the description for your ease of use. So I'll give you a moment to do that. Alright, so if you're one of the brave few who didn't skip to the next section, gracias. So let's get started on those questions. My personal favorite is definitely Sasha. I'm always drawn to the comic relief characters no matter what I'm reading.
Yeah, I've just eaten a potato.
They both share a strong, compulsive urge to eat anything and everything and always keep eating. Food is always good. And also, I feel that Sasha's gotten some pretty decent character development. I know Shadis always said in the beginning that she was intuitive and resourceful, but we didn't really get to see that until she took out the Titan with a bow and arrow. A close second favorite is probably Han, and not just because she's voiced by Romy Park in the anime. She's basically the adult version of Sasha in my mind, but with more drawn to the Titans instead. Not only do they look similar, but they're both comic relief, and they provide a bright spot in the overall dark story. She also reminds me a lot of Charlie Day's character from Pacific Rim. When you think about it, they're essentially the same character. I would have a third favorite character, but they tend to die rather quickly, like Hans or Mike. That's why I stopped after 3. Now before I answer this, please keep in mind that this is my own personal opinion. I don't like Levi. There, I said it. Those who recall my Chapter 53 review, I already went down that road, so I'll keep it brief. He's a smug little jerk. I got respect for him, but he's just a little, I also don't care too much for Eren either. I find him emotionally unstable, and he can easily be manipulated by others. But I'll stop myself there and just move on to the next question before I start ranting and raving. Probably like many of you, I'm assuming, I got into this series from the Team 4 Stars Abridged episode. If you haven't seen it, I don't know what to tell you, because for some reason they were forced to take it down. Because some people ruin all the fun. Well, based on my current profession, I would probably say I'd be classified as a military police, and I wouldn't mind being an NP. Sure, the series brands them as arrogant, lazy, corrupt cowards, but I'm sure they all can't be that bad. At least, I hope so. And I'm sure I could probably end up graduating top 10 in my class. I mean, if Connie could end up number 8, I would have no problem at all. I mean, who wouldn't want to see the Armored Titan go toe-to-toe with Gypsy Danger, or the female Titan tangle with Knifehead in the Kaiju? Finally, a Jaeger I like. Welcome to the plot refresher. So last time, we got a lot thrown at us. We saw Eren's Titan go all My Chemical Romance on us, Indiana Jones and a Knight of the Round Table were spying on them, Levi was Levi. Eren saw a fleeting image of a woman, Erwin was a badass. Levi checked out an old woman. Jean got pissed. Armin was groped. And Mikasa is ready to lay the hammer down. Now, when I released my chapter review a couple weeks ago, I originally thought it was actually Historia being assaulted, but I was wrong. Turns out it was actually Armin acting as her double. Regardless, that kidnapper must still die, and he's in for a nasty surprise. Also, I said the dark-haired woman in Eren's memory was his mother. I may have been mistaken. There's a lot of speculation regarding the identity of this woman. She has Eren's eye color and Historia's eyes and, well, general expression. More than likely, she is a relative of one or both of them. This means that Eren probably has some ties to royalty and or the Wall Cult. So once again, the main character has powers and or ties to everything and anything. For those of you who read the Bleach manga, and if you don't, here's a spoiler alert. This shouldn't be anything new to you. Well, with Ichigo being a Soul Reaper with hollow powers, having Quincy blood, and he used to have the powers of a Fullbringer. Is Eren the secret heir to the Wall Cult, or is Grisha the founder of the homeland to which Berthold and Reiner referred? Now there's an interesting thought. where is Grisha? I've been rereading and rewatching the series during our month-long wait, and there's something fishy. After the fall of Walmaria, but before Trost was attacked, Eren has a flashback of his father giving him an injection, saying he won't remember anything afterwards, so he doesn't explain anything. When Eren awakens, he suddenly has the key. As far as we're shown, Eren doesn't have the key before this encounter. My thought is these events happened the night before the flashback, kind of like waking up with a bad hangover, with a no parking sign sitting next to the fridge, having no idea how it got there. But that's another story for another day. Anyway, I theorize Eren was injected with a Titan shifting serum, given the key to wear, told to find the basement, and then blacked out. Keep in mind, while in his Titan form in Chapter 53, Eren wrote out during his tantrum that he did something to his father. My initial reaction was that he killed Grisha. But his body could have been easily found if he was just murdered on the spot, and I doubt Eren ate his father, because his Titan transformation would have drawn a lot of curious eyes. What say all of you? What do you think happened? Welcome to the not-so-thought-provoking section. Here, I'll be presenting all of you with something designed to challenge the way you view a certain character, overriding themes of the series, or the series itself. For this episode, I'll be challenging the perception of Dot Pictius. Let me start by saying he's one of my favorite characters, not the third favorite, for several reasons, including comic relief, level-headed way of thinking and assessing situations, borderline alcoholism, and most of all, that incredible mustache. That being said, here's something I found interesting, or at least has the potential to be. And no, it has nothing to do with his being modeled after General Akiya Yoshifuru. Hey, I got that on one take. When Trost is attacked, Pictius is playing chess with a lord or a duke or whatever he is, and Pictius leaves once he receives word of the attack. What I found most interesting is a particular word choice he makes while leaving. While referring to the Colossal Titan, Pictius says he doesn't want to leave a fellow warrior waiting. The term warrior has been used by Reiner and Bertolt when discussing their roles as Titan shifters. By calling the Colossal Titan a fellow warrior, it makes me think if Pictius could be a shifter or somehow connected to the mysterious homeland. In addition, I got an off-putting vibe from him while he was talking to Eren on top of the wall about transforming into a Titan and performing his duties. He's planning something, observing him, who knows? However, I will pick apart my own argument. First of all, this could just be a translation thing in which the term warrior could just be a synonym selected by the translator. Secondly, this is an anime-only scene, so this is more than likely non-canon. But it does make me think. The key to watching this show is to not trust anybody, and to be aware that anything could happen. I sure as hell didn't see Hans's sudden death coming, and I never would have expected Ymir to be a shifter. And I was completely caught off guard when Mike got more than 2 lines of dialogue. Whether this attempt at challenging Pictius' perception really gets you to think, I encourage all of you to take a firm look at each character individually. Erwin Smith, for example, was sketchy for the longest time in my book, but when he dropped that "Whom will you trust" line in the last chapter, and not only sold me on his legitimacy, it reminded me to look at everybody more objectively. So that's it for this video. Just want to give you a brief introduction to myself, a second look at Chapter 53, and bring some attention to being skeptical. Please drop a comment and/or answer the questions from the description. I'm looking forward to hearing back from everyone, so until then, who do you trust?